from the brand Sofft. These are an amazing luxury leather penny loafer that just look like a super expensive pair of Italian leather loafers. They really are. And actually, typically, if you were gonna find these in the stores, and you can, you'd be paying well over $100 for the exact same loafer that you're getting today. Now, I will say, we've got them for you in this luggage color, which is the most limited of the 5 options that we have. So if you want the luggage, I would not wait too long, and they are true to size. So you can go ahead and start ordering sizes 6 to 11, and we do have half sizes. This is Platino. If you like more of a metallic, and it can go gold, it can go with your silvers, it can go with your bronzes as well, it can go with your rose golds if you want. That's Platino. This one is black, and this is so, I mean, you're gonna have this forever, and it's black on black, as you can see, even the bottom. It's the only one that's all over in one color. This one is called Cream, and if you want it to just go really light and sort of rich girl cream, that's what I like. And then, Cynthia, will you hand me the red coral? Cynthia Zimbillis is joining us, and this is that red coral. This is the other color that I think is one of those unexpected, but you gotta do it.
Well, I feel like there's a lot of unexpected little pops with the penny loafer. So the penny loafer is having a real moment. Not that it ever went out, but you're seeing big designers now reintroducing the penny loafers and re-inspired penny loafers. Because in the past, Tamara, penny loafers are not something you'd think of and be like, that's a walking shoe. You know, they're typically very stiff, very rigid, but still classic. But what I feel like Sofft does so well is we've taken it and made it accessible to everyday wear from day to night, spring, season after season, because this is that shoe that's going to last you forever. It is the premium quality leather and suede. That's all we use here. But what's nice is that you see the driver bottom. So the driver bottom is giving you that kind of like city edge to it, a little bit of a fashion touch. And then you can even see with that close up on our model, look at that on the outsole on the bottom, that grip. That's the TPR grip. Typically with loafers, you know how they're very slick and flat on the bottom. I mean, you'll be sliding all over the place, especially, I know I will, I'm clumsy, especially if you're wearing them in places where it does get slick or sleek into the spring and sometimes into the fall. We got you covered. So not only are you gonna look super cute, but you are going to be staying upright with these because there's that great grip. And then look at the same thing I was saying with loafers typically being very rigid and stiff. These are flexible. It's the softest, pun intended, leather ever. Whenever we do the full hour, which I'm doing a full hour with Sofft at 4 p.m. and 11, you walk into the studio and you smell the leather. Like I wish y'all could just reach through and touch the leather because it's super buttery soft, but you can also smell the quality the moment you're in here as well. And everything in here, everything on this shoe is finished. Every edge is finished. Nothing's cutting into you on the edges there. And each one to me is kind of a neutral in its own right. Like the coral can definitely be that pop of color and it can be that outfit maker that you're seeing. But the Platino, like you were saying, it can go with your silvers, your golds, your bronzes, but it's subtle. It's not too metallic. So it's still kind of a neutral in its own right, you know?
And you see it right there. Josie has those on, and she was wearing those with the almond color Today's Special pants, and it didn't look too like Las Vegas with the shoes.
Exactly. It's still tasteful, you know? Because it's that textured, it's the tumbled leather is what it is. So it has a little bit of texture to it, so it kind of mutes it. I mean, and each one, the cream to me, like you were saying, Tamara, the cream to me like screams regal, rich, like just refined, no matter what you wear it with. And this is that penny loafer that you could be wearing, like you're seeing Josie. Looks like she could be going into the office or going to work, and then they can roll out into your evening looks as well. Because sometimes you don't want your toes showing.
That's
you know?
right, but you still want to be comfortable, and sometimes the shoe, really, your comfort level, in my opinion, 9 times out of 10 is based off of my shoes.
Yes,
because everything else can kind of stretch.
I say the same thing. I say they are investments in your feet because Sofft is an investment in your feet. Listen, we are premium leather, premium suede, so they're not going to be that fast fashion where next season the leather's flaking or the sole comes out. Hey, it's happened to all of us, ladies. This is not that shoe. This is an investment in your foot that's going to last you forever. Because, like you just said, Tamara, if my feet aren't happy, I'm not happy.
No, I'm cutting the evening short.
Same here.
Everybody knows it when your feet don't feel good.
It's true.
What I like about these, because I like a ballet flat, but sometimes, and I've heard people say that ballet flats are a little too young feeling for them, and I get that. But when you see these, they just look like style. because you see loafers on, you know, on some of the most stylish people that you've ever known, that you've ever seen, that you've ever, you know, seen in magazines or on television or movies, and they're wearing loafers, and they're wearing it with slacks, shorts, dresses, skirts. As you can see, Jamie has it on with a denim skirt, okay? Remember we were talking jeans in these 2 hours as well. And so if you want a loafer that can really go across the board, but doesn't look clunky, it's not this thick, heavy menswear profile, you're looking at it right here. And I love that we've got these for you at such a great deal, because our regular price on these is going to be almost $110 for the same shoe.
Still worth it, but you're never going to get it for this price. And Sofft is in department stores at full price, so you're always going to be getting a better deal with HSN. But yet, and I'm so glad you point out, they're not bulky and clunky, because a lot of loafers have that, just inherently have that look to them. That's kind of the loafer, but that's not something you want to be walking around all day. Maybe you're going on a trip or you're going to work, or you need to be on your feet all day. You still want to look refined, put together, but comfortable too as well, you know, and especially if you are going on those trips and you don't want sandals if you're walking around in a city or anything like that, you want your toes exposed. This is that great walking shoe that doesn't look like a walking shoe. You know what I mean? Like, I don't like that walking shoe look. To me, it doesn't, it's hard to elevate your look with one of those two, you know? To me, the penny loafer really, to me, reads old money, you know, like classic old money. That's someone that just has it put together easy. It's effortless. You don't have to, it doesn't look like you're trying too hard.
That's right. And with these, you've got that style. You're not trying too hard. You've got quality because you're buying leather, which means you're buying longevity. Literally, this is your new obsession. Hello, her name is Allie. Meet her. And become best friends.
And we are true to size. I want to point out again, I know you said it earlier, very true to size brand. I'm a 9.5 and I am in a 9.5. You don't have to wonder and overthink, and we have half sizes up until size 10. And then that insole is literally, we have cushion. I know it's some hard to, you can kind of see it there. Even look at the arch of your foot there. You see that little pillow on the arch? Typically you just have some cushioning at the ball of your foot. Maybe sometimes they'll throw in the heel. No, each part of your foot, your heel, your arch of your foot and the ball has its own little pillow cushion.
Oh my
So it's from heel to toe, arch included, which sometimes that doesn't count, is just cushioned for, like you said, if you are going to be on your feet, walking around in a city, walking on a trip, going to work.
Think about that.
And even the lip, everything is finished in leather in here as well, because you know sometimes when you're on your feet a lot or you're wearing shoes, you get home and you have a cut in the weirdest spot, and you're like, how did I even get that there? Because it's all these little edges that rub against you that you don't think about, but here everything's finished, everything is done with that leather on the inside, so nothing is rubbing up against you, nothing's cutting into you, nothing's left undone. And that's where people cut corners, you know?
And that's when you know that you found the the correct shoe, when you have something that you just put on and you don't think twice about, and you can be out on your feet all day. So if you are going away for spring break and you're gonna be walking around sightseeing, and you don't wanna look like a tourist in your tennis shoes, let's be honest,
I know,
right?
because you can't look, it's hard. I know tennis shoes are in right now, but there's certain looks that I just don't want to wear a tenny with, you know? So this still gives you that feel of a tennis shoe, the support of a tennis shoe, but you have, and even honestly, the gripping of even more gripping than a tennis shoe, because you're not having that, look at that TPR outsole. So whether it's slick or you're, you know, we've got you covered on the bottom as well. But Anne, I know you were saying spring break coming up. I do feel like each of these colors is a little bit, you know, the springy. The red coral on the camera, it kind of reads real bright, but it is very much a coral. It's not a bright red. It's a corally color. Sometimes it doesn't always translate exactly, but that's a great spring color.
It really is very true to name. So red coral. The cream is really nice because sometimes a white shoe might be a little bit hard to wear, but you've got that cream. The black is the all over black, and I say that because even the outsole.
Even that driver sole, which that's kind of what makes it so city sleek. I love that look too.
I think I love the driver sole so much because when I drive, I take my shoe off. Because a lot of times, if you don't have a sole like this, rubbing against that leather would rub the leather off, and it gets dirty and it gets worn out. But when you have a driver sole, you don't have that issue. So if you want the luggage though, I don't want you to wait too long, but I know a lot of you are shopping for Platino.
I love that Platino. Listen, even if you don't think you're a metallic gal, this is the way to do it. It's done tastefully.
Look at that, because it's not like disco gold.
Exactly.
Do not be afraid of that. It is a metallic, but the funny thing is, just like we wear metallics with our jewelry, it's the same idea. Like you would not wear your jewelry because it's metallic,
Right.
so you've got it now on your feet.
Jewelry for your feet.
Do it. Go ahead. My pick, my favorite. I know you're going to love them.
Love that.
858-186 is the number. And we're going to see you, Cynthia, at 4 o'clock,
yes,
right?
Yes, ma'am. That's
Okay.
it.
We'll see you back at 4. Thank you, my friend.
Thank you.